Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm walking you through my Sunday evening routine as a mom of young kids. It's not perfect, but it is intentional. These small habits help me reset my home and just get ready for the week ahead. So I really hope they inspire you to do the same thing in your own way. So this Sunday looked a little different since we had a neighborhood party to attend after church. Normally we are home on Sunday evenings, but I still made time to prep what I could for the week. So let's get into it. If you have been following me on socials, then you know that one thing I'm always going to do is my meal plan. Because the weeks when I don't have a plan for what my family is eating, we definitely feel it. I love meal planning because it saves me time and money. Honestly, we have been wasting less food since I started doing this. And I feel like a big part of my responsibility as a mother is to help steward the blessings that God has given us. And yes, that includes groceries and the food that we make with it. Feeding the family, whether you are cooking it or ordering it, because I think also a lot of misconceptions around meal planning is that I have to cook every meal, and that is not true. There are many times when I am meal planning whatever I'm going to get catered, or meal planning whenever we have decided to go out to a restaurant. That is still a part of my plan, you know? So it is something that we have to do every day. We have to eat every day. We have to feed our family every day. So just make a plan for it so that it's easier for you during the week. So I could make another video, or maybe even, a video series of how I meal plan, but this is typically how I start my Sunday evening routine. Because this Sunday was the last Sunday of the month, I started by plugging in all of our dates into our family calendar. Church events, family events, appointments, meetings, anything really that would affect the meal plan, it goes into the calendar. I like to have a full picture of what our week, what our month is going to look like, because your plan has to work for your schedule. Say if we are out one day, I can just put eat out on the meal plan and I don't have to worry about that. Or let's say we are out during the day, but we're going to be home just in time for dinner. I know that I need to plan something that's quick and easy, or something that I can prepare in the morning before we head out. Seeing what our family calendar looks like, it just helps me plan better. Once I've done the meal plan, I look and see, okay, what are the things that I can prep for this week? Since we were heading out, I couldn't prep too much, but I did what I could. Before we left, I made some oatmeal cookies. These are a staple in our home. You will usually find them in our freezer because my kids love them and they ask for them all the time. I also doubled my recipe this time because lately my husband has been dipping into these cookies too. So I guess they are both kid and hubby approved. I keep the recipe basic, but I change up the toppings. I typically go between chocolate chip and raisins. I was actually going to do chocolate chip this time, but when I asked my kids what they wanted, they said raisins, which I was surprised about, but that's what I did. I don't consider myself a baker, so I love recipes that are quick and easy. I found this recipe a couple years ago and I've modified it since then, so I don't do exactly what's in the recipe, but I'll link it down below just to give you a good idea of how to make these cookies, and hopefully it's something that you can also add to your meal plan as well. So once the cookies are done, I let them cool for a bit, and then I put them into Ziploc bags, throw them in the freezer, and it's so easy. In the morning, I just take it out, warm it up for a couple seconds, and it's perfect for our morning snacks or breakfast. So when we came back from the party, I made some pancake muffins. This is something that I recently added to our meal list. I think I saw it on TikTok or something like that, and I was like, oh, this is an interesting way to make pancakes. Let me try it since my kids love muffins as well. So I've been making it for a couple weeks now, and they have loved it. So it's definitely also on rotation in our meal plan. And I love these because I throw in different toppings for this as well. Sometimes I do strawberries or blueberries, chocolate chips, or even like sprinkles. It's just a great way to, especially with the fruits, like if I know that like fruits are getting ready to go bad and I don't really have much use for it, it's something that I could just throw into these muffins just so we don't, waste anything. At this point, we had just come back from the party and I was tired, but I knew that if I did not do these, like the week, it wouldn't have been rough because I still can also do things in the mornings. I just prefer to just do it on Sundays, if I can. But yeah, I was tired, but I was like, I'm going to push through this. And I'm really glad I did because it helped my mornings. Like it made sure that my mornings were smoother than they normally are. So while the pancake muffins were in the oven, I did a little bit of cleaning. And again, we had just got back, so I was tired. So I didn't do as much of a home reset as I typically would. I think I just tidied up the kitchen and maybe did a little bit of cleaning in the living room as well, the common areas. Every day and every week is not going to be the same. And I believe as mothers, that's why it's important to give ourselves grace. But I also believe it is important to step into the new week as prepared as you can. That way, when you wake up on Monday morning, you're waking up with peace. You need to know what are your triggers, because for me, I tell people all the time that my whole house can be a mess, but if my kitchen is clean, I am okay. So on days like this, when I know I'm not going to be able to hit every single area in my home, I make sure that my kitchen is clean. One of the last things that I like to do on a Sunday evening is sit down with my husband for a quick planning session. Between church, work, our business, raising 3 young kids, the week can fill up pretty fast. Taking time to walk through the calendar together helps us stay on the same page and support each other where it's needed the most. And it's also a moment where we invite God into our plans. So if you and your husband are having a hard time staying aligned, especially in busy seasons, I really encourage you to try a weekly planning session. It doesn't have to be long or formal. It just needs to be consistent. When we started doing this in our home, it brought so much clarity and connection to our week, and I would recommend it for anyone. And even if you're not married, taking a couple minutes at the start of the week to look through your schedule and, kind of map everything out, it definitely helps. So that's how I like to reset on a Sunday evening. It's not about doing it all. It's more so about creating a little bit of space for peace and preparation, whatever that looks like for you. So if this video encouraged you, I'd love if you give it a thumbs up and share it with another mother who might need this encouragement as well. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple rhythms and grace-filled encouragement for your motherhood journey. I'll see you in the next video.